very excited to be here because Cebu is one of our favorite, I would say, city now. After Metro Manila, this is the fastest growing, I would say, business center outside the metro. And it's so exciting to be here. If you just go around, you'll see how vibrant this city is. So many things happening. And we are all here today because of that growth in the outsourcing industry, the call center industry, the BPO industry. And today, I would like to share with you a little bit about what we know about Cebu, what's happening in Cebu, and share my personal story as well. Every time I go and meet people, I would usually bring my calling card and give it to them. But since we have a huge crowd today, let me just show you my more visible calling card. If you've been around the metro or in the Cebu IT Park, you might have come across this. That's my name and that's my mobile number. My phone is there. Try calling me later and I would gladly answer any calls regarding office space, commercial space here in Cebu or in Metro Manila. And what do? I always like to say that I have the best job in the world. One of the best jobs in the world because I love what I do. It's something that I would do even if I'm not paid for it. Talking to people, meeting clients, helping them come together. It's something that I enjoy. And this is a picture of a building. My role is to help building owners. And one of them is actually here today. Kendrick Go over there. Let's give him a round of applause. He's the owner of this hotel, and at the same time, the family is venturing into the real estate office market, and they're doing their first office project in Cebu IT Park. And JLL and I were partnering with him to help him market the building, do the best possible office building that would address the growing demand of the outsourcing industry. And our role is to find tenants, occupiers, who would go to that building. Like the next speaker, Miss Karen Batumbakal, is a very, I would say, prominent personality in the outsourcing industry. She's one of the first lady starter of that industry. And she'll tell you more about her current work. QBE is a growing insurance BPO company, and they're employing more than 3,000 employees now in the Philippines. 1,000 in Cebu, ma'am, right? And 2,000 in Metro Manila. So imagine the opportunities there, how many families are being employed and benefiting from that one part of the industry. And as I've said, my job is to put the two together. And when they find each other, there's a match. So, in effect, I'm really a matchmaker. I'm not a broker, I'm a matchmaker. I make the two parties happy. That's my role. And by doing so, we make money. That's how JLL make money, and that's how I also make a career, make a living out of this. I think the table out there is having a great time. The WePro, right? WePro Group. They're also our client, and we help them find their homes in Metro Manila, their office space in Metro Manila, and they're also big here in Cebu. And for all the young women in this room, I see a lot of young women and a lot of brave men as well. As early as now, I'd like to share one of the, I would say, advice that I would give to the young, aspiring women in this room. And that is, we have to find our sweet spot. And the sweet spot really is doing what you love so that your mom and dad would not tell you, go to work, make a living, come back with something by the end of the month. The sweet spot is the intersection of these three. And that is, you love what you do, you're good at it, you have the skills, you have the talent, and there's a company who recognizes that and will pay you well for doing all that. And in my role, I am very happy and grateful that I think I found the sweet spot. I like talking to people, from the security guard to the owner of the building to the engineers. I learn a lot from them. And at the same time, I think I have the skills to put the two together, to negotiate a deal. I understand what the client is looking for, like what QBE would probably look for in the future and Wipro would look for in the future. And I also understand the goal of the owner, which is, of course, once they built the building, they have to make money out of it. They have to have return on their investments. And when I help the two, both of them are happy. I'm also happy, my boss is happy, and company is happy. We're making a good career out of that. And at the same time, I think it's part of nation building also, because once the building is leased, that means jobs are created. These companies will employ thousands of Filipinos, and that is why we see a lot of activities happening in the metro, growing. A lot of coffee shops out there, a lot of convenience stores, and a lot of new brands that I think 5 years ago you will not see here in the Philippines. Now, you don't have to go abroad to buy things that you would usually buy in Singapore or in Hong Kong. They're all here in the Philippines now. The likes of H&M, Uniqlo. I'm talking about the fashion because I'm also into that. And before, you have to go to Singapore, Hong Kong just to get those brands. But now they're here in Manila and they're growing. They are coming in really big wave, I would say. And again, going back to what I do, this is a picture of a building. It's one of the prominent buildings in Fort Bonifacio. In fact, it's a landmark building now. I'm part of the history from construction to a fully leased building. This is Net Park. It's the house of big brands like Coca-Cola, Procter & Gamble, insurance firms like Deloitte, and several others. And look at that. Who's the most beautiful girl in that photo? Ako, me. I'm the only girl. So as a woman, I never felt that I'm at a disadvantage. In fact, I always feel that it's an advantage to be a woman. Our first speaker earlier, Myrna Yao, said that a woman can do so many things at the same time. We have the intuition, we can decide. And being in a man's world also, construction site, I deal a lot with engineering people. I think that, being a woman who looks charming enough and has a lot between her ears can achieve great things in this industry. And those are my teammates, Jericho and Andy. We've been working together for 8 years, helping a lot of investors and operators find their homes in the Philippines and grow their business here as well. And these are just some of the buildings that we've leased. That's my team, good-looking bunch. The girl in the middle is me, wearing pink, my favorite color. And those are some of the landmark projects that we have leased in the past. And I enjoyed this job so much. When I started in JLL in 2008, we only have 1 buildings. Now we've leased more than 92 projects and counting. And again, as I've said, it's part of nation building, helping these landlords develop landmark projects, and at the same time helping a lot of multinational companies enter the Philippines, employ highly skilled young Filipino workers. And that's why our country is growing right now, because of the young, talented, quality labor that they can find here. And they cannot find that elsewhere. In Asia, not in Hong Kong, not in Singapore, or anywhere else. Philippines, large population, an average age of 23 years old. That's what they want, quality labor, affordable labor that will help them achieve their goals, which is to be more efficient. And there are a lot of incredible opportunities. I would like to share the 3 pillars of the economy right now. OFW remittances. My mom and dad, they were one of the first OFWs. The only way to have a good living 20 years ago is to work abroad so that they can send something here in the Philippines. But today, it's not the case. We have the BPO revenues, $25 billion as of last year, and it's growing. It's one of the best pillar of the Philippine economy, employing more than 1 million Filipinos right now and responsible for all the other industries that we see in the market. Retail, the shopping malls, growth in the provincial areas. Aside from Cebu, you will see also developments happening in Iloilo, Bacolod, Davao, Cavite, all the next wave cities. And that's great because it means, urbanization is happening outside Metro Manila, providing employment and providing opportunities to fellow Filipinos who can't be in the metro. And the next big thing, which is very close to my heart, is tourism. 7 billion US dollars, still very small compared to our neighboring countries. But why am I excited here? It's because I'm a tourism graduate of UP Diliman. And when I was younger, I said I want to be a flight attendant so that I can see the world for free. I did not become a flight attendant, but I was able to see the world for free because the company that I worked in was able to send me to different places already. And I said this is one of the best third pillar for the Philippine economy because we have a lot of good tourism spots here in the Philippines. It's just that the challenge is infrastructure. But the current government is doing something about that. The focus now is in the infrastructure, and hopefully that would make it easy for Filipinos to domestically travel the Philippines and at the same time for foreigners to come here and see the beauty of the Filipinos. We're so hospitable. That's the unique thing about us. JLL is a multinational company and we get a lot of visitors. What they cannot forget when they're in the Philippines is how we take care of them where they are here. Diba? It's natural for us to take care of our friends, visitors, families. In other countries, I go to JLL office in other countries, you won't see the same hospitality that we extend when they are here in the Philippines. They feel like they're the king, they're the queen. And they remember that. And I think that's innate in every Filipino, and we should capitalize on that to propel our economy to a better state, more than what we are seeing right now. And we are in the hot spot. I would like to just tell you more about Cebu. After Metro Manila, it's the next big city in terms of growth. All the big boys are here: Ayala Land, Mega World, SM, big brands. QBE should be there, and WePro. But Convergys, Regis, a lot of big players are already here. And Cebu has so many universities. The talent here is good. In terms of ranking, according to the Commission on Audit, this province has the highest net worth. So a lot of rich Cebuanos, and they're mostly entrepreneurs. And a lot of projects are also happening here in Cebu. In Cebu alone, there are 2 major business parks. If you're not that familiar, there's Cebu Business Park and Cebu IT Park. Aside from that, there are growth happening outside those 2 key CBDs. And now let me share with you my small story about my career, how I started. Richard mentioned that I started as a sales girl of a water park. I started selling packages like outings, group corporate outings to the resort. It's in Island Cove, Cavite. And my role before is to sell the resort, to invite companies to go there, book their outings. That's my first job in 2001. And then after that, I said I want to do something else. So I went to Fraser Place, sell high-end serviced apartments, target diplomats, expats. After doing that for 2 years, Regis found me. And I think that's the start of my real estate career. It's instant office, flexible working space, which is the in thing right now. There are a lot of businesses doing this, instant office, flexible working environment, not just being in the coffee shop. After working for Regis for 3 years, I enjoyed it so much that after working there for 3 years, they promoted me to become the general manager of the Regis Philippines, and I handled 3 business centers. And in 2008, JLL found me, and I joined the business to start the leasing of office space. So that is what I do now. So from 1 building, we now have more than 100 projects in JLL. And in JLL, I've been working with this company for 10 years, and it feels like it's just yesterday when you're having fun. I got promoted 4 times already, and I'm very lucky that the company is providing great opportunities to women like me. They were able to send me to a lot of masteral classes for free. So I went to AIM, National University of Singapore, and now INSEAD. And I think companies here should also promote and support women so that they can grow their careers and they can also achieve great things in life. And time flies when you're having fun. But fun for me is not just, pa-cute, not working. Fun for me is doing what you like and delivering to the clients or giving what you said to your clients and your partners. First things first. So my family is my priority and I work with passion because as I've said, I like what I do. And you understand that change happens and failures, it's always part of success. And there are non-negotiables in life, and especially for me in what I do. This is a picture of my family. My husband there, he always tell me that behind a successful working mom is a supportive husband. So I'll give that to him. And my pride and joy in life, my two kids, my someone. So my daughter, her name is Sam, and my son, his name is Juan. So they're my someone in life. They're my priority. I give time to them. I never missed an activity in school. I'm lucky because the company supports me as a working mom as well, so I'm able to attend their activities in class, etc. My daughter, I'm very proud of her also because both of them, they're always at the top of their class. My daughter was sent to Harvard last year to join the debate team, and she's just grade 6 at that time. So I'm a proud mom. And I think that's one of my best achievements in life, being a mom. And I also like what I do. And look at that, it's like I'm just having fun. That's my team. And that's the Silk Sisters. We bond, we network. I learn a lot by spending time with these successful ladies also who are go-getter and who knows what they want in life. And my passion, that's my son again. I'd like to share with you that I gave birth inside the car. I was working so hard. I said to my husband that I still have to finish a contract, so just wait for me there, even though I'm already aching and I feel like my son will get out anytime soon. So you're looking at a very strong woman here. I can give birth without anesthesia. And work-life balance, I think it's not a myth. It's something that we can do. We just have to prioritize in life. And my acronym here is PARENT. So prioritize. If you love something, right, you'll give time for that one. So time is love. I love my family. I love my work. I make sure that I have quality time with them, with my family especially. And I always give my best in what I do because it's not good to do rework. Pag paulit-ulit, pwede na nakakapagod. So I said, if I have to do it, it reflects me. So I have to make sure that it's the best output that I can give. And recharge. I have a lot of friends. My family, we go out every weekend. And then if I'm bored or I need advice, I go to Rebecca and Richard for advice. They support me all the time. They always tell me, you can do it, you can do it. So it's good to have friends like that who believe in you. And enlist support. I can't do things on my own. That's why I have a great team. It's not a one-woman show. I lead a group of strong, young, talented people in the office. And I network a lot. That's where I get a lot of business, meeting people. And I like talking to people. I like to know them. I learn a lot by talking to different people from all walks of life. And talk it out. If I have problem, I'm a woman, I'm a girl, I love to talk. It's okay to talk, get feedback, get insights. I talk to my mom all the time and my husband if I have a problem. And of course, you pray for guidance. And change happens all the time. In 2015, the former country head of JLL decided to leave and put up his own business that would compete with what we do. And of course, he wanted me to join him, but I decided to stay. There were a lot of setbacks, challenges, But I think I'm stronger now because I decided to stay, and I have a lot of friends who supported me. And I think as a woman, we can do so many things at the same time. So today, I would say that failures and the changes in life, they should be part of success. And that's why we see a lot of successful women here, because at one point in their lives, they also experience hardship. And that's, I think, what propelled them to be where they are today. There you go. And let me just show you a photo of my team, because we work hard and we also party harder. We love to go out, we love to eat. And it's where we bond. That's a picture of us. We went to this place to do our team building. And there, the photo of us eating. Most of our pictures, it's always either eating or going somewhere. And my non-negotiables in life: integrity. It's doing what you say you will do. So I get a lot of business because they know that if I say I will do it, I will do it. And trust, that's the start of any relationship. People will give you business if they like you, if they trust you. And ethics, doing the right thing every time, even though when there's no one looking. And these are the things that I have, that I value, and I'm very thankful that the company that I work for also have the same value. JLL is a part of the Fortune 500 companies, and we're voted for the 10th time as the most ethical companies in the world. And my advocacy, I am the chair of the European Chamber of Commerce Women in Business Committee, and the goal there is to help young women achieve their goals in life, inspire them, and see improvements in their life as well. And we started this, we're doing some activities. And in JLL also, I'm the chair of Diversity and Inclusion Committee, wherein we support young women to grow their career in the business. This is my advocacy. I would like to give back, because in my life, I also had the opportunity to get a lot of support from my teammates, from my colleagues in the office. And before I end my talk, I would like to enlist all of you, if we can just read this aloud together. There is no force equal to a woman determined to rise. So, ladies, let's dream big and achieve our ambitions in life. Thank you.